Welcome back to FBA. This video is about how you start packaging your own products. This is actually the in-between stage. You'll see here, this is my garage. A lot of stuff still here, a lot of junk mostly, but this was where I moved. So you need to have a staged process. I currently, as I said in my previous video, actually ship a lot of my stuff to England, and I have my own fulfillment center, and they ship out all my products. The in-between stage was the garage. I used to get all my orders ordered here to the point where I just couldn't no longer fulfill it myself. So this was the in-between stage, but a lot of people don't have large garages like this or storage areas. Most of these will have areas like this. Most of these will have areas like this, washing machine, and you can still see the reminiscence. This is where I would get smaller orders. So I'm kind of almost back to doing this stage again. The reason I'm back is because I still see products. It's an addiction. There's something about going out, looking in a store, finding a product that is a steal. So today's products, as you can see, I've done some retail arbitrage, some nice stuff being shipped out. And in this video, I'm going to show you what I do to get a package like this. Like I said, your Amazon business will start off with small packages. It'll move bigger and bigger to the point where you'll want to get your own fulfillment center. But even then, there's still something in you to spot a bargain, at least in my head anyway. I still find bargains. I still want to buy them. I still want to ship in my own products. So we're going to go through all my tips, my tricks, things that I do here, and hopefully that'll help you. So to really go back to basics, I had to think about the way I started. You need bags, warning bags, no suffocation bags. You need them. You need it with plush toys, for example, anything at all that could maybe leak. You don't need it for a lot of things, but that's the kind of thing you'll need. So what I used to do was any Amazon packaging, keep all your packaging that you want. Cheap scale, weigh scale that I had already in the house. I just use that to weigh my parcels. And then I bought this from like a Poundland for like £1 or £2. It really does speed up the process, especially when you're doing a lot of boxes. It's tedious doing the whole using your teeth for scissors. Best investment you could make. I also bought a ton of labels from eBay, so suffocation ones, all these sort of labels. It was only when I bought them, weren't that dear. It was like £16 for like, well, put it this way, more than enough labels. I bought them, and then I realized, why did I pay someone to put warning and the term on it? You can just do that yourself. So that's a mistake that I made. I paid for the privilege to get a load of these labels, and as you can see, not a lot were them reused. Most of the bags come with the label anyway, but it is a workaround. If you just even have plastic bags, I've wrapped stuff up just in plastic bags, and I've stuck my own labels on. You don't need to necessarily buy the bags, they do work. So yeah, a workaround is just buy blank labels and print off whatever you need. Now that I have all my stuff here, I've got all my prep that I need. I've got my box. Again, the boxes just come from wherever, come from any shops. Anybody you see dump a box, go to Tesco's, anywhere like that, just say, can I have the boxes? Try to get decent size. All my boxes are decent size. You're paying, don't forget, per box. You don't want to do smaller. Some you might do smaller if, depending on the item you're selling, it is very heavy. You might get away with a smaller box, but generally speaking, for example, all these things today, the majority of them are toys, so they're quite light. So you want to get as much packed in, especially because the packaging can sometimes be quite large. So I'm going to do a time lapse now of me sort of packing this up, and we'll see how long it takes. So I'm just double checking everything here to make sure it's all correct. Three memory games, 1, 2, 3. Alexa, 12.5 divided by 5.
12.5 divided by 5 is 2.5.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. So it looks like that girl in the shop has done her job. She has not, unfortunately, miscounted anything to my benefit, but here, you don't mind that as long as you're getting charged what you're meant to get charged. But definitely check out labels that are priced wrong. You know, there's something to be learned from that, no doubt. Tedious operation. A lot of toys companies thankfully use easy enough labels to get off. You have to be very, very careful, because if you damage the packaging in any way, you can't ship it to Amazon now. I am normally careful, but sometimes, unfortunately, the labels will come off badly. For example, this box here, you can see when I was taking the label off, it kind of peeled. So two things, you can put a sticker over it. I've done that. The stickers to say like, you know, suffocation or whatever to hide it. Or you could just ship it in and just roll the dice. Sometimes just shipping in and rolling the dice, I've never had any issues with it, but you've got to really make a call. The likes of Funko Pops, any damage to those collector items, it's going to come back and bite you. But the likes of that box, it's going to be opened. It's not really key. So I'm going to roll the dice. That should be fine. Again, although I'm taking off all the labels now to be sure, you still want to, when you repack, when you scan it all to put it on the Seller Central, you will want to be sure that you are. Look, see, just rushing it there. I've ripped it a bit. I make sure that you do have all the labels off. And the other reason why I like doing it this way is because I know then I'm going to re-scan it all, make sure I'm repackaging it all just to be sure, because sometimes you will forget a label. You just want to do it this way, in my opinion. It maybe takes a bit longer, but it double checks everything so there is no errors, and then you can post with confidence that you have packed everything correctly. So now I just throw in all these here in, just to make sure I got a full box worth. And yeah, this is going to be no problem shipping in all of this. And I've just realized I don't have my mic on, but it doesn't matter. There is the box. I'm happy with the way that's packaged, and now I need to weigh it. You will get better at feeling and judging how heavy a box is. No problem, 10 kg, well under the weight. Okay, so now you've watched the video of me going in the store, you've seen me pick up the products. Now this video is all about just getting it packaged up. I've shown you the tips and tools. I'm going to print off the labels now and show you one final trick that I do just to get this box packed up the speediest way that possible. Okay, so now I have everything packed up. As you can see, I like to put it all in neat piles. It's easier then to count when I go to put it on to Amazon Seller, and then I know exactly what I'm putting in the box. That's probably a bit of my OCD, but that is it done. And if you want to know what you do to upload this all in the Seller Central, check out the link above. That link will bring you to exactly me putting everything on Seller Central. I'm trying to break these videos up so it's a bit more accessible for people rather than big long-winded videos. Just going through a label on this here, something quite relaxing now I have to say about the labeling process. It does take a while, but you know, you're putting labels on, you're throwing them into the box, that's checked. I move it all into there, and then once I'm done, then it's just about packing them up. This box is actually quite easy, but there's been ones where I've had to really, like, it's like Tetris, in and out, and maybe it's taken far too long, but there's something about being really efficient that I like. So I've some of the boxes have been so tightly packed. This one, because of these types of packaging, I'm going to have a lot of a buffer room, which is good. But yeah, so going through here and just slowly but surely getting everything in the box. It's just late in the evening, I stopped for dinner, but now I've got my little device and I'm going to package it up. So you just put it up like that. And it's done. Easy as that. Okay, so like that was my first ever video of doing bits in stages. It was actually quite difficult to be honest. So hopefully that I wasn't too repetitive and I followed you the track. But in summary, what you do is get your products. I've done my online video, go watch it. Bring your products home, count them to make sure they tie up with a receipt. Once you've done that, upload them all, print off the labels, then relabel them all, making sure that all discount labels, all of that have been taken off. And then once you've done all that, you package it all up, maybe like a game of Tetris, failing that, just get them all packed in, sellotape it all up, then print off the labels from Seller Central. Again, that's all in the video where I do all that. Stick the label on the box. You see here, this is how it should finish, and then you bring this manually to your UPS drop-off point, or they come and collect it for you. I did that on the school run. That's another way of trying to be efficient. Don't go out of your way, especially right now with the price of petrol and diesel. In my opinion, it is better to try and think, when am I going by the UPS store? So I always tie it in with the school runs. I'm fortunate enough that I'm out every day doing that anyway, so it's not a big hassle, but try to think about things like that, because if you don't, it'll just eat into your profits and your time. So that's what I try to do. That will go off now, and that is the whole process. Apologies, that video was a bit mixed up, but you get the gist. If you have, please like, subscribe, help me grow the channel. Gonna keep uploading a load of more videos, so stay tuned for that, and I will catch you in the next one. And if you're interested in more videos like this, here is the beginner tips playlist. As I've said, the whole purpose of this is to show you that Amazon business can work, but there's a lot of tricks and tips that you need to understand, and there's a lot of pain that you have to go through. I'm trying to be as real as I can. I'm trying to take it back to basics to show you, and I will continue to show you how you move from basic to intermediate to literally getting wholesale and doing all that. One part of the business that I haven't got into yet is private label, and that's coming too. So stay tuned for all that. Check out the playlist. Peace.